My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're continuing our video series designed to educate the public. So please subscribe to our channel. There's a very interesting issue that comes up. It's an issue that we get calls on all the time, and that is, I'm in the middle of divorce, I'm in the house with the kids, my soon-to-be ex has taken an apartment, but he just shows up. She just pops in. Are they allowed to do that? Well, it's a very good question. You know, it's kind of like when somebody comes up to you and they say, oh, I love the couch that you have in your living room, how much did you pay for it? It's a question of boundaries. There are certain boundaries that have to be observed. And people should understand just socially that there are certain protections, certain limits, and while you may technically be allowed to say something, to do something, to ask something, to go somewhere, there are boundaries. And the establishment of boundaries becomes important, particularly if people are dividing up their households and getting divorces. Now, you need to understand that in conjunction with the boundaries, when the court orders that only one person have exclusive use of the marital home, that's the court establishing boundaries. And the court is saying, wife, you can't go in. I've given the exclusive home to husband. That keeps her out. She shouldn't be popping in. And if she is popping in, you have your attorney file an appropriate motion to hold her in contempt for violating the court's order. But in the absence of a court order, where the parties just separate for the purpose of preserving the domestic tranquility, wife goes. Can she do the pop-in? Well, legally, she can, because there's no court order that says she can't, and it's her property as much as his until the court makes final determinations. There is an issue, though. There's an issue of boundaries. I mean, people are trying to reestablish their lives, and with somebody coming in, coming out, it's complicated. It creates a situation where perhaps the kids are confused about what's really going on. So if you've got that going on, if the pop-in is occurring, you may want to have your lawyer file a motion to get some finality on that, to get the court to say, look, he's got use of the home. While he's gone, she shouldn't just show up. Maybe he's concerned that she's going to loot the house. Maybe there's other concerns about rifling through files to take documents out. These kinds of things. So you've got to make sure that the court is aware that there may be a need to establish court-ordered boundaries in order to establish that. I think the key to all of this is communicating. We can say, look, you're going to be gone from the house. You're not ordered to do it, but you've made that choice. That's great. And if you want to come in, you know, you're welcome. Just give me a heads up. Give me some communication. The main reason why we have so many relationships falling apart is for lack of communication. So I think if the parties are more upfront about it, it may solve a lot of problems. If instead of coming to the house after she's gone and rifling through the cabinets to take out files, you'd simply make the call and say, look, I'd like to come into the house. I need to retrieve some things. I'll show you what I'm taking so you can make copies. I think you would have a much less adversarial environment. Whereas if you go in and take them and you don't respect the boundary, then what ends up happening is a motion is filed, there's more litigation, it escalates to a point where perhaps it doesn't need to be. If you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.